A faulty cybersecurity update took out banks, airlines, and other major companies worldwide. Proton Mail now has a privacy-focused AI writing assistant. And NASA scraps its Viper project that aims to look for ice on the moon. It's Friday, July 19th, and this is Engadget News. A massive Microsoft Windows blue screen of death outage has impacted multiple companies worldwide, including airlines, broadcasters, and others. The problem was caused by a faulty update from security giant CrowdStrike that forced PCs and servers into an unrecoverable boot loop. The change has since been rolled back, but many machines are still affected. The company described a workaround, which involves booting Windows into safe mode and deleting a specific driver. The issue forced Delta, Frontier, and other airlines to ground flights and impacted UK broadcaster Sky and the London Stock Exchange. On a Reddit thread, dozens of commenters stated that their companies were effectively offline due to the problem. Reddit users, including many IT managers from Australia, Malaysia, Japan, India, the Czech Republic, and elsewhere, have said they're fighting through the issue. CrowdStrike is a U.S.-based security firm that provides real-time protection against security threats to corporations. One of its key products is Falcon, described by the company as providing real-time indicators of attack, hyper-accurate detection, and automated protection from threats. A CrowdStrike spokesperson said it was likely an issue with Falcon that caused the incident. To add to the pain, Microsoft appears to have also suffered a separate outage with its Azure services and Microsoft 365 App Suite. Proton Mail has a new AI-powered feature that could help it keep pace with the artificial intelligence tools that Google and Microsoft offer for their email services. Proton Scribe is an AI writing assistant that can help you compose and clean up drafts. Scribe was designed with privacy in mind. The assistant cannot train on your inbox data, as Proton Mail has a zero-access approach to encryption. Proton does not save or log anything from your email drafts either. According to Proton, a writing assistant was one of the most requested features in a recent user survey. The company designed it as a secure alternative to other generative AI options. Scribe can be run locally if your system is compatible. Otherwise, you can run it on Proton's no-log servers. The assistant is powered by open-source models and code. As such, Proton says the tool itself is open source and that independent researchers are free to carry out privacy and security audits. Scribe can be accessed by clicking the pencil icon in the Proton Mail Composer. After telling the tool what you want to say in an email, it will create a draft for you. You'll be able to use the shorten and proofread options to condense and clean up your draft. There's also the option to make the tone of your email more formal with the click of a button. You can review and tweak your drafts before sending them. Proton says Scribe only fully supports English for now, and it's rolling out the assistant to eligible users. Visionary and lifetime subscribers will have access at no extra cost. NASA's Volatiles Investigating Polar Exploration Rover, or Viper for short, was going to look for water ice at the Moon's South Pole. The agency was hoping that it could help answer important questions, such as where water is on the Moon and how much there is for future spacefarers to use. But now NASA has decided to cancel the project and discontinue the rover's development, citing cost increases, delays to the launch date, and the risks of future cost growth. The agency has already spent $450 million developing Viper, that's according to the New York Times, and it even assembled the rover and installed its scientific instruments. That said, it still has to subject the rover to a series of tests to ensure that it can endure a rocket launch and the harsh conditions of outer space. Joel Kearns, NASA's Deputy Associate Administrator for Exploration, said the cancellation would save the agency at least $84 million because it would no longer have to pay for those tests and for the rover's operations. Kearns added that the agency was also worried about additional expenses if the rover's launch got delayed. NASA has several projects lined up that will help it verify the presence of water ice on the moon. They just won't be focused on that goal and will most likely need more time to achieve what NASA was hoping Viper would. The agency is planning to disassemble the rover and use its instruments and components for future missions. It will, however, consider proposals from American and international companies that may want to use the rover, as long as it doesn't cost the U.S. government more money. Thanks for listening. There's more to these stories and additional articles at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism from contributors Steve Dent, Chris Holt, and Mariella Moon, and was voiced and produced by me, Steve White, from Spoken Layer. Enjoy your weekend, and I will be back on Monday with more tech news from Engadget.